game is brought to you by Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, Rouse's Markets, Raising Cane's, Carbo Insurance, the law firm of Frischertz and Impestado, Mandeville Seafood, Triple Nickel Grill, Grind Energy Mix, Kuyon's Barbecue in Port Allen, Frank Ruby Real Estate, Magnolia Outdoors, New Orleans East Hospital, Regis Radiator, and by Classic Interiors.
Louisiana high school football is on the air live tonight from a hot, balmy, sweaty Covington Jack Salter Stadium here in Covington, Louisiana. It is the Covington Lions hosting the Fontainebleau Bulldogs. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Derry, along with my partner tonight, Lon Elsey. And Lon, both teams come in at 1-3, 0-1 in the district. Very disappointing losses last week for them. Very crucial game. The winner, to me, gets themselves back in the race, and the loser has a really, really uphill fight the rest of the way.
Yeah, you're getting to that point of the season where this is week 5, midway, and now PowerPoints, you're starting to watch those PowerPoints. And a loss here would definitely put you at a point where you might not be able to climb your way back into it. And this drive has been really, really, really nice drive. What's about play 8, 9 in the drive?
This is more than that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See how
12
long
plays.
This is the 12th play right here.
Another
stack eye on 3rd and 3. A little pitch to Edgerrin Cooper. Cuts it back inside. He's got a first down and more. Look out, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Edgerrin Cooper from 23 yards, excuse me. We didn't even have time. He just cut right through the triple nickel red zone, Lon.
Yep. Kicker.
The kicker is Austin Dupuis. Sorry.
That's not who's kicking.
Dupuis
it's
kicking.
Will Rocha, freshman.
Will Rocha will kick it here. And Rocha puts it up and got a big foot into it, and it is good. And with 5:42 to go in the second quarter, it's Covington 7, Fontainebleau 3. This is the walk.
Alex Sharp coming in at tight end. He's listed as a linebacker, and then big 68 Kobe Amos in the backfield.
Here, a handoff. Through a hole, first down and more. Edgerrin Cooper breaks free. Edgerrin Cooper in the end zone again, this time from 29 yards out.
Guess who? Yeah, he's a difference maker. Edgerrin Cooper, he's a difference maker on both sides of the ball, and he's a special talent.
And I would assume we're going to have a kneel. Nope, we're going to have a handoff to Chandler Washington, who gets around. Look out, 35, 40, look out, 50, 45, 40, and you can kiss him goodbye.
Wow.
80 yards for Chandler Washington, and that is just a backbreaker for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we're all looking at the phone trying to get scores, thinking they're going to take a knee, and what do? Hand it off, and he goes 80. Wow.
And I tell you what, Covington, and again, we don't know how much impact not having Celestine could possibly have just on the psyche of the Bulldog. But Covington I'm not taking anything away from them because they've come out completely focused.
They have. And again, we talked about at halftime. Great game plan. They're getting the ball in the playmakers' hands. That's what you got to do as a coach. And, and it's working out.
1st and 10 from the 31, moving left to right. Sharp looks left and then goes deep left side and caught. Reggie goes. What a catch inside the 5-yard line. You talked about that size, and it came in handy there, Lon Elsey.
Yeah, that's and it was not bad coverage. It really wasn't. I mean, DeVille was right there. It just was a matter of, Gauze he's 4 or 5 inches taller, and just out-jumped him.
Well, that first down brought to you by Grind for Energy and Focus. Visit hitthegrind.com. And they're in the triple nickel red zone. A handoff around the left side. Laurent gets tackled around the head, but he pulls forward and he bulls his way into the end zone. What a run by Quintez Laurent. 4 yards, bullish into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Credit that run for Laurent of 30 yards, actually, instead of 31. And they're inside the triple nickel red zone once again, the Covington Lions. Here, the handoff. That's Rogers bowling forward, and he's close to the goal line. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Covington Lions.
That was a busted play, Jim. That was a busted play. Somebody went the wrong way, quarterback, running back, somebody went the wrong way, and he just made something out of nothing there.
They'll be 4th and 1. And doubt seriously that Greg Salter would do anything. Now, he might run the clock down.
He might run the play clock down and take a timeout, yeah, but I don't think you go for it here. But what do I know, huh?
Well,
I'm sitting up here.
I wasn't going to say that.
Wow, and they do go for it.
They do, and they go
And
around
they
the right
get it,
edge,
and it
and
might be a
Chandler
touchdown.
Washington's got a lot more than a first down.
Wow.
He's got a lot of green grass, and he's got a touchdown.
Jeez.
63 yards. Chandler Washington with his second long touchdown of the night. Greg Salter says, sit down, Lon Elsie. Stay in the booth.
Hey, you're right. If anybody out there was thinking about maybe rehiring me and get me back into coaching, I think I just blew it right there.
Oh, my goodness. So what do you think about Covington and St. Paul's next week?
You know, I saw St. Paul's a little bit. You know, I watched you and Jim a couple of weeks ago when y'all had big run.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Dwayne Bernard, he might put Fontainebleau, give him the first touchdown, and he does.
Yep.
Touchdown. 42 yards for Dwayne Bernard, and not all is bleak for the Bulldogs.
You know, they needed that. You know, they've played hard. It just hasn't gone their way in a lot of different situations. But, you know, just always want to end the game with something positive, something to watch film and you know, hammer to your kids, hey, we did some good things and there were some results. So, you know, it'll be a teaching tool in the film tomorrow. And, you know, Coach Blocker will get them ready to go for next week.
Final thoughts on this one. We got to give a player of the game, Raising Cane's player of the game. I'm going to let you decide on that, Mr. Elsie.
I think it's a no-brainer. With the two biggest plays in the game,
Chandler Washington.
Number 4, Chandler Washington.
Chandler Washington had 5 carries for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns. And to me, the play of the game, we could call it the Raising Cane's play of the game if we want. We call it whatever we want because we got the mics. But I think the play of the game is it looks like Covington takes a 14-3 lead. They get the ball, but they stop Fontainebleau on a 4th down with 7 seconds to go in a half. All they get looks like they're going to take a knee. No, they don't take a knee. They hand the ball off to Chandler Washington, who runs through a hole, runs around the right side, and down for an 80-yard
Coach Greg Salter and Coach. We talked about before the game, Lon and I, about how the winner of this game gets themselves square back in the race, and whoever lost this game was going to be in trouble. You guys, did you as a coach and staff put extra pressure on yourselves to make sure that the focus was there this week?
Well, we used the word, you know, playoff mentality throughout the week because we felt like, you know, just like you just said, it was a very important week for both of us and Fontainebleau both, just having starting off, you know, both of us kind of dug ourselves into a little bit of hole because we still, you know, all along felt like we had a good football team.
Yeah.
And the last 3 weeks, you know, we put ourselves in position to win all 3 weeks, you know, but just for whatever reason, you know, we just couldn't, whether finish drives, couldn't take care of the football, but we did things that were good enough to be successful. Just couldn't put it together. So we felt like we were still capable, more than capable. We feel like we're still a team with a ton of potential. But, you know, getting that first win, you know, in a couple weeks, we feel like it's going to go a long way for their psyche. And like you said, it puts us, you know, and we told them all week, we're only a game out of first place in the district.
Right.
So we get another chance next week. And, you know, we're just focused on getting that second win in a row is the most important thing.
I thought there were 2 keys to tonight, and the first one was right off the bat, you guys, they go on a kind of a nice drive there, and you get a stop, and then you turn around and go on an 80-yard drive yourselves that take, you know, 4 minutes off the clock, 12 plays, and I thought that like kind of showed what kind of game
it was huge for us, and a big emphasis for us this week is in the last 3 weeks, I think we've made 9 trips into the red zone and come away with 0 points in 9 trips.
Wow.
And obviously, you know, it's hard to win football games that way. So we made we had huge emphasis on inside the 20-yard line this week and moving that ball around and really focusing up and executing when we get inside that 20.
And then, you know, you stop them on 4th down with 7 seconds left in a half, and I'm saying on the air, I'm like, well, I think that Coach Salter's going to play it safe here. I thought you'd think you're going to take a knee, and there goes Chandler through a find the hole, and he's gone.
Normally the smart play is to take a knee. I don't know, where were we? We were on like the
You're on your own
20.
Yeah.
On our own 20. Normally we would do that, but having a kid that's so electric, that has the ability to go and score anytime he touches the ball, felt like it was a good gamble. Now the ref was standing right next to me. I did tell him that if you know, that if that ball was fumbled and they scoop and score, you can let everybody know that I'm the dumbest coach in America. fortunately for me,
I wouldn't have said it that
Fortunately for me, Chandler made me look like I knew what I was doing, and yeah, I mean, he's just such a electric player with the ball in his hands.
Just what kind of relief is it to get the win? And I mean, because to me, if you go 1-4, 0-2, I mean, you're done for district play.
Right.
Just what a relief.
No, it is. I mean, you certainly, as you're struggling, again, I talk about the, doubt creeping into a kid's head. As a coach, you start trying to figure out, what is it that I'm doing wrong, you know, and and then nights like this make you remember, okay, I'm not, I'm beating myself up a little too much. It's a game. The other team's playing just as hard as we are. They're competing the way we are, and look, they just outplayed us last 3 weeks, and tonight was just our night.
Covington coach Greg Salta, thank you.